Welcome to OSM. Peace be with you. I wanted to take a moment to give you a physical and spiritual update since I received some information on the scan that I had back in February 23rd. The scan came back and I spoke to the doctor yesterday. The results showed that this tumor pretty much on the head of the pancreas stayed the same. It shrunk by 0.2, so that's really good that it's not growing. The concern now is just simply why can't we shrink it yet? We've had 5 treatments with the new chemo, so the doctor also is still considering looking into doing some radiation possibly later down the road to try to shrink that tumor. But he's happy with the reality of continuing with the treatment as it has been every other week and allowing it for the next 3 months, so that'd be another 5 treatments, to go for a scan and see where we are at that time. So we're really praying for those cancer markers to change. At least the cancer markers were raising, as I said, 6 points. Now they're only raising about 3 points. So that's kind of a positive as well. So all the news of the scan is best that I could imagine and hope for at this point. So we're just going to continue to pray and ask God to help us to trust in His will and His healing power. Physically, I'm getting used to the new treatments. My schedule at the parish helps me to be able to get the treatment twice a week. The Lenten season has started, so I'm a little bit more active within the parish, which is really, really nice. I got to ride my bike yesterday a little bit just to get out in the sun, and that felt really good for me as well. Gained a couple pounds, so I think maybe we're rebounding from that perspective as well. So physically, one day at a time, do what I can when I can, sleep when I need to, and just continue to move along with the regimen that has been set up for me. And that's the plan for now until a later date if anything changes. So I want to really thank you for your prayers and your concern, and I will continue to keep you in my prayers as well. I just wanted to share with you that Father Ken has given me an opportunity to teach on Monday evenings, and I'm doing the Stations of the Cross, a journey with Christ to Calvary. This coming Monday will actually be the very first class that we do regarding these stations. Last week we did a background in the history of the stations. And I'm taking the approach this year towards the stations. How do we recognize walking with Christ as His friends, the difference of what we expect from this journey of the cross? From feeling like if we're friends of Jesus, we're exempt from suffering, or we're exempt from trials, or we would be exempt from sadness or sorrow. And we obviously know that's not true. But Jesus wants to redeem us. He didn't come to exempt His friends from the things of the world. He came to redeem us from them. So until we really experience any trials and tribulations, it's hard for us really to embrace the cross. So that's going to be my approach as I walk through the stations with you. We'll be at St. Margaret Mary's at 6:30 on Monday for the first 3 stations. Also, I'm going to incorporate within them the difference between the 5 stages of grief, as I've talked about before, and the 5 stages of the spiritual way to help us as we go through. So it's really helping me to continue to remember that if you're going to be a friend of Jesus, you better get used to seeing yourself as being a part of the cross and allowing that cross to bring you that spiritual healing and spiritual purgation, and to bring you to the redemption that comes on Easter Sunday. So I hope you can follow me on Monday evenings and join in with the meditations as a part of the Lenten journey. So I'm praying that you have a good Lent. Continue to remember prayer, fasting, and almsgiving is the way for which we overcome the temptations of the desert that Jesus had, so that we are truly in that spirit of emptiness to receive the fullness of the resurrection of Christ. Again, as always, for each of us, these are times that we are forged into saints. We are cleansed, we are made new in Christ. So let us all become saints.